Hello, my dear subscribers and listeners. Today we're going to learn the irregular verbs at the request of one of my subscribers. It's very important and helpful verbs. I will give you irregular verbs with example sentences. So, try to remember all these verbs by heart. There are two kinds of verbs, regular and irregular. So what's the difference between them? Regular verbs form the past simple and participle to by adding ed to the base form. Let's consider the verb to work. Base form work, past simple worked, participle to worked. Irregular verbs have special forms of the past simple and participle to. The irregular verb to be changes according to the personal pronouns. I am, you are, he is, she is, it is, we are, they are. For example, I'm a student. You are a student. He is a student. She is a student. It is a boy. We are students. They are students. Past simple. Was for singular, were for plural. For example, I was a student. You were a student. He was a student. She was a student. It was a boy. We were students. They were students. Participle to been. For example, I have been in Paris. I had been in Paris. I have just been informed. Present and past perfect. Beat, beat, beaten. Beat. We can beat them. We can beat them. Beat. Her husband beat her yesterday. Her husband beat her yesterday. Beaten. She was often beaten by her drunken husband. Passive voice. She was often beaten by her drunken husband. He has beaten me. He had beaten me. He has beaten me. He had beaten me. Present, past perfect. Become, became, become. Become. Wise men become wiser as they grow older. Wise men become wiser as they grow older. Became. She became a beautiful girl. She became a beautiful girl. Become. His dream has become a reality. His dream has become a reality. His dream had become a reality. His dream had become a reality. Present, past perfect. Begin, began, begun. Begin. Let's begin our lesson. Let's begin our lesson. Began. All of a sudden, my mother began to sing. All of a sudden, my mother began to sing. Begun. The vegetables have begun to decay. The vegetables have begun to decay. The vegetables had begun to decay. The vegetables had begun to decay. Present, past perfect. Bend, bent, bent. Bend. Don't bend your elbow. Don't bend your elbow. Bent. He bent his head and kissed her. He bent his head and kissed her. Bent. That metal rod was bent by Jack. That metal rod was bent by Jack. Passive voice. Jack has bent the metal rod. Jack has bent the metal rod. Jack had bent the metal rod. Jack had bent the metal rod. Present past perfect. Bind, bound, bound, bind. Many things bind them together. Many things bind them together. Bound. The teacher bound his hands together. The teacher bound his hands together. Bound. If we are bound to forgive an enemy, we are not bound to trust him. If we are bound to forgive an enemy, we are not bound to trust him. Passive voice. Bite, beat, beaten. Bite. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Bite off more than one can chew. Bite off more than one can chew. Beat. Tom beat his little brother. Tom beat his little brother. Beaten. He was beaten by a poisonous snake. Passive voice. He was beaten by a poisonous snake. A poisonous snake has beaten him. A poisonous snake has beaten him. A poisonous snake had beaten him. A poisonous snake had beaten him. Blow, blew, blown. Blow. I thought the house was going to blow away. I thought the house was going to blow away. Blew. She blew out a breath. She blew out a breath. Blown. His reputation is blown upon. Passive voice. His reputation is blown upon. The storm has blown over. The storm has blown over. The storm had blown over. The storm had blown over. Break, broke, broken. Break. You should not break the law. You shouldn't break the law. Broke. No one broke the silence. No one broke the silence. Broken. The case was broken and the keys are nearly all out. Passive voice. The case was broken and the keys are nearly all out. They had broken the rules. They had broken the rules. Present past perfect. Bring, brought, brought. Bring. Tell them to bring me a bottle of wine. Tell them to bring me a bottle of wine. Brought. She brought you something to eat. She brought you something to eat. Brought. He was brought before the magistrate. He was brought before the magistrate. Passive voice. She has brought a doll for you. She has brought a doll for you. She had brought a doll for you. She had brought a doll for you. Present past perfect. So, thank you for watching my lesson. If you like it, please subscribe and put your thumbs up because it will be more interesting further. Bye bye.